Good evening. This is HNN, the Holotable News Network. You're not even remotely close to around-the-clock Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes news, reactions, reviews, theory crafting, and more source. I'm Sir Georges, your host, along with my distinguished co-host, Celiac Sarah.
Hey, how are you?
I am good. I am excited about what just got announced, even
Yeah.
though it does bring some uncertain times
Mm-hmm.
for more free-to-play players. So, our headlines is
Yes.
that they announced a week ago that we are getting 2 new galactic legends in the game. Jedi Master Luke Skywalker from the newest trilogy
Mm-hmm.
and Sith Eternal Emperor from the latest movie.
Mm-hmm.
And then in addition to those, they also dropped at the same time a new Imperial Trooper Empire character, Admiral Piet.
Yeah, it's a lot.
New Galactic Legends is huge news since they dominate the game just because of their sheer power.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that there are 2 more now, 2 new long-term goals for players to aspire to, is a big deal.
I will say they announced this like literally the day before they announced this. I was like, man, I am pumped. I'm gonna start working on my Shack T again and clones. It was a lie.
Yeah, I had already wasted a bunch of gear on my bounty hunters for the
Yeah.
Galactic Challenge.
Oh man. Back
But
on the bench.
yeah, back on the bench. No
Oh.
investment in Old Republic stuff for this current Galactic
Mm-mm.
Challenge.
Mm-mm.
Gotta save it all.
Oh. All
So,
right.
we're not gonna start with the most interesting. We're gonna
No.
start with Admiral Piet.
Yeah.
So, Sarah, would you like to read his kit?
Would I ever?
Is this for the first time?
Of course. I purposely waited for this moment. All I know is that he's a leader and like that's it, which makes sense. But
Yeah.
anyway, we're getting there. We're getting there. He's a leader. I should say this because I did not realize this until afterwards. So he's tagged Empire, but he's also tagged Imperial Trooper. So he's another leader for the troopers, which is pretty
Yes.
cool in my opinion. Okay, so his basic ability intensified firepower. Deal physical damage to target enemy and call another random Empire ally to assist. Allies with inevitable failure are called to assist. All right. I guess I'll find out what that is somewhere else in his
Right.
kit.
But so so his basic
Yeah.
calls an ally, a random Empire ally to assist with no damage
Oh,
reduction.
yeah. But then
And
also,
also a second ally with inevitable failure.
but then can I guess I don't know this yet. Maybe I will find this out. Can you have multiple allies with inevitable failure?
No.
Ah,
You can only have
so
one.
you okay, so you can't have like
Right.
4 like your whole team going.
Right.
All right,
But at least
got it.
his basic is at least one ally assisting,
Yeah.
which is
Plus,
plus a possible second.
yeah. Would it I mean, we don't know this. I'm curious if the RNG would be so cruel as to call the random empire that has inevitable failure.
If it does, it'll call them twice.
It'll call them twice?
Yeah, for each instance of an ally being called.
Okay, because that would just be so sad.
No, no, they don't. They don't leave you hanging that way.
Oh, that would be so sad. Okay, so his first special, Imperial Ambition, has a cooldown of 4. And okay, so first of all, the little icon looks cool because
Yeah,
It's Vader. Like,
let's bring little hologram Vader into the scene.
yeah, it looks so cool. Anyway, all allies gain offense up for 2 turns, and Admiral Piet gains stealth for 2 turns. Inflict marked for 2 turns and 3 stacks of inevitable failure on target other Empire ally until end of battle, or that ally is defeated, and remove inevitable failure from all other allies. These debuffs can't be copied, dispelled, or resisted. So inevitable failure. Gain 1 stack when using an ability or receiving damage from an enemy. When defeated, grant Admiral Piet the following bonuses based on the defeated unit's stats until the end of battle. 1 stack, 5% max health stacking. I'm already going to be confused here. 10 stacks, 20% max health and max protection stacking. 15 stacks, 50% max health, max protection, and offense. Sorry. Holy crap.
Numbers.
Yeah. 20 stacks, which is the max, 100% max health and max protection, 300% offense, and 25% speed stacking. Okay, so
yes. So
gain. Okay, they get 3 stacks to start of
3 stacks to
inevitable
start,
failure,
and then every time they use an ability or receive damage from an enemy, they gain another stack. So if the enemies do a mass assist, then in one move he could gain 5 or 6 stacks.
Okay.
And if it's somebody that's going to survive, like say a beefy Thrawn or a Gore Trooper with crit immunity, then maybe you can get them up to 20 stacks. And then when that ally finally dies, Admiral Piet will get
gains
100% max health, max protection, 300% offense boost, and a 25% speed boost.
So, these stats that he's gaining are from the unit that died.
They are his stats improving that much.
Okay.
Because of that unit. And it says stacking, as theoretically, you could give one ally inevitable failure.
Yeah.
And inevitably, they die, giving stats to Piet.
Yeah.
He then gives another ally still alive.
Yeah.
Inevitable failure.
They
get 20 stacks. They die. So now he's had his stats boosted twice with the max 20 stacks. So that now he ends up with a plus 200% max health protection, 600% max offense.
Oh, and 50% speed.
Yeah. So theoretically, if you got 4 allies, give them all inevitable failure. They all get to max stacks. They all die. Then you could have a plus 1200% offense. Double his speed. A baller Admiral Piet.
Yeah. He could just wreck.
Yeah.
Okay.
And interestingly, he gives mark to the ally with inevitable failure so that they have to be targeted. So it's like a debuff taunt.
Oh.
Yes.
I totally skipped, I read that he inflicted mark, but in my brain immediately just assumed that he did it on the enemy, like the target enemy.
Right.
Inflict mark. Wow.
So even if the enemies have a debuff or a buff dispeller or a person that gets rid of taunt, you put this onto Shore Trooper, say, that ally has to die before they can target somebody. Which is cool.
At least, or have 2 turns go by.
No.
Until March.
Oh yes, until the mark goes
March. Away. Yeah.
True.
Which, I mean, I guess it would be really good.
Yeah, if they stay alive.
If you have a slow, beefy, let's use Shore Trooper for the example. If you have a slow, beefy Shore Trooper, he's not going to get those 2 turns fast enough, probably.
Right. Or what I tested with was putting it on Stormtrooper, who has a 4-turn cooldown taunt. So it's hard to get him to frequently taunt. But whenever he gets hit with damage, he's got a chance to reduce turn meter from the enemies or something. Somewhat like Stormtrooper Han has. He was a great one that we could have taunting Fifi with Admiral Piet. Yeah.
I like it. That's that's cool. I like that.
A very interesting mechanic.
Yeah, yeah. It's a little bit like good and bad together.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it. Okay. So his second special, which is a Zeta, suborbital strike, which looks like the territory battle platoon bonus.
It does.
5-turn cooldown. Dispel all buffs on light side enemies. Deal physical damage to all enemies and inflict daze for 2 turns. Allies with inevitable failure gain 2 stacks. Cool. If this attack defeats an enemy, inflict fear on all enemies for 1 turn, and allies with inevitable failure gain 5 stacks. This fear can't be copied, dispelled, or so he's even helping. That's so cool.
Right. He's helping build up the failure a little bit.
Yeah. So that he can beat himself up.
Right.
Yeah, I like it.
But this move is really good if you can kill somebody with it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's an AoE daze. That's very rare.
So, and it will still do the AoE daze for 2 turns, even if you do kill someone, plus fear.
Yes. The fear is only if you kill somebody.
Yeah, yeah. But the daze would also be there.
Right.
As well. That's cool.
And this fear can't be copied, dispelled, or resisted.
Yeah. Man. On every bit.
Yeah.
I like them so far.
Yeah.
Which is huge, because I'm like not really into the dark side people. But, you know, here we are.
Yes. That is it. Join the dark side.
Okay, so his leader ability, interesting for me, I find, is not a Zeta. Zealous Commander, fitting.
Mm-hmm.
Empire allies have plus 30% offense and potency. Light side enemies have minus 30% tenacity and minus 15 speed. When an ally with inevitable failure critically hits an enemy, they gain 1 stack of inevitable failure and defense up for 2 turns. That's cool, because then you're kind of like making sure they can survive a little bit longer to get to those 20 stacks.
Right.
I like this. It's like,
and it helps them build up inevitable failure, even if they're not being hurt, or if they're going to die quickly, because the crit part here, let's say you put it on Magma Trooper, and Magma Trooper does an AoE, that could be 5 critical hits, which is a bonus 5 stacks from him attacking.
Right. Yeah, because it's per enemy.
Right.
That's cool.
And then this leadership reduces enemy speed.
Yep. And tenacity, but.
Right. But yeah, I don't think I've seen
the speed
a speed reduction to the enemies before.
I'm trying to like quickly think about. I don't think other than Jedi Knight Luke.
Right.
I think he's the only other one though.
Yeah. So very interesting.
I like it. I like it. Okay. And then he has 1 unique, which is also a Zeta, the Emperor's Trap.
This is the most interesting part of his kit.
This is okay.
This is the most interesting part.
Man, I've been thinking the whole thing is interesting.
Okay. Right.
Admiral Piet has plus 60% counter chance. I always say his name a different way. Whatever.
I have no idea how to say it.
The dude gains 5% turn meter whenever another Empire ally takes damage. Okay. Whenever an Empire ally begins a turn or attacks out of turn, all Empire allies gain a stack of the Emperor's Trap until the start of the next enemy turn, non-Empire allies' turn, or the end of battle. The Emperor's trap can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented. If Darth Vader is an ally, Darth Vader and the dude have plus 20% accuracy, potency, and tenacity. The Emperor's trap plus 6% offense and potency per stack. Whenever. Oh. Okay.
Yeah. But this unique kind of builds a synergy here between him and Vader. You know, kind of some like Darth Revan, Bastilla vibes.
Yeah. Which makes sense.
Yeah. I like
totally,
it.
Like, it totally makes sense. It kind of like makes me rethink having a full trooper squad with him.
Exactly. Because now
which
you
is
want to put Vader.
Which is mildly annoying for me because I wanted to have the easy option is a full trooper squad.
Right.
I'm just okay. So whenever they begin a turn or attack out of turn, so basically anytime an Empire ally makes a move, pretty much.
Yes.
They're going to get a stack of this.
The entire team.
The entire team gets a stack. And then if you have an entire Empire team, you don't have to worry about this non-Empire ally.
Correct.
So each of your allies
continues to stack until an enemy goes or
it's the end of the battle.
Right.
So basically until the enemy takes a turn.
Right.
And then they lose, I'm assuming if the enemy takes a turn, they lose all the stacks.
Yes, they lose all stacks. And then it'll just start back up. Like, let's say the enemy's taking a turn, and now your first character gets to take a turn again.
Okay.
They instantly start with one stack. So your team will always have at least 6% offense bonus and 6% potency bonus.
Okay, so Vader's turn. He does his new really cool Rogue One move.
Yes.
So boom, 6%. Then he's going to hit all 5 people. So that's another 30%. So he's at 36. So he's at 30. Everyone's at 36. And then he's going to take another turn. So
now
you're
42.
At 42. And then assuming you're still going ahead of the enemies, you can build.
Let's say your other 4 characters are fast and they get to go before the enemies after Vader does.
But also each turn that Vader does is going to do theoretically more damage than the one before it.
Yes.
Because he's gaining more offense.
Yes. The entire team is now getting boosted by that much every turn. So let's say the Vader thing you just did.
Yeah.
So Vader does his AoE. So let's say it's a Palpatine lead.
Okay, yeah.
AoE.
Okay.
So he's got one stack. Then he does a special. Has 5 more turns. Now your entire squad has plus 42% offense, plus 42% potency. So it's like they've already got offense up or something.
Yeah.
Then,
this is so cool.
Isn't it? Then your character, other 4, they each can take a turn. So let's say your whole squad is faster than the enemies. Then by the time that last person takes a turn, they're at plus 60, plus 66% offense and potency. And if you can do stuff to stop the enemies from taking turns, you know, stagger or turn meter reduction.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. So whenever
if you have Palpatine, you could theoretically stun.
Right.
As well, right? Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure if they have to use an ability or not. I think it's if they just take a turn. So even if an enemy was stunned and they start their turn. But
do they really start their turn? Like, this is a little thing, like.
Right. They don't really start.
Like you're not really. You're just skipping. It's like when you're playing Uno and someone like skips your turn. You don't take your turn. It just.
Right.
Like bye.
Yeah, it shouldn't count.
It shouldn't count.
Now the other.
We need clarification there.
We do. Now the other interesting thing is that it also stacks when one of your Empire allies attacks out of turn.
Yeah.
So everything we just said, but let's say you've got an Imperial Trooper squad instead. Veers takes a turn, has a mass assist. You now have 4 allies assisting, plus Veers' turn. Veers taking his thing. So just from Veers' one orbital strike AoE or mass assist thing, everybody gains 30% offense potency.
Or even with it's what's that thing called?
His basic
inevitable failure.
Yep, inevitable failure.
And his basic, he's calling one random Empire ally plus whoever has that.
Right. So using his basic gives everybody 18% offense and potency.
I think I need to like quickly think about my dark side roster and everyone who has been released on the dark side. I think this is the most. Yeah, but I'm just thinking character release. I think this is the most excited I've been about a dark side character. Like including, you know, like like the really high,
right?
Like, you know, like
Supreme Leader Kylo. Maybe not that
man,
far.
I'm never getting him. Like I think this is the most excited I've been about a dark side character. He sounds so much fun.
Yeah.
Man, I just want to like gear him now. I shouldn't, but I want to.
Yeah.
I guess I will have to if we'll get into that later.
I like it. I'm stoked.
And he sounds so cool.
They added incentive because when we get into the Galactic Legends, he at a high relic is required for Sith Eternal Emperor.
Right? Oh man.
He is fun.
He sounds so cool.
I can't wait to have him. And then you guys hear it here first. I think he will enable a Vader damage over time team in the Sith raid to be able to exist.
Yeah?
Because all this potency stacking.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Allow Vader. So we've got the unique where Piet gives Vader plus 20% potency just for being there. Then we've got
just for coming to hang out.
Right. Then we've got, I think Vader's Merciless Assault gives him 25% potency. Plus the stacking potency. So if you can, you know, not hit Nihilus in the first phase and with your other Empire people on the team and have them just hit the sides and only let Vader's big dots or whatnot be the one attacking Nihilus, you could get a Vader damage over time team going. Just like the HAAT. Bring Wampanator back.
Do you already have a team in mind? Not to put you on the spot. I'm just curious.
I don't have a full team. Wampa won't be able to be part of it because of the Empire allies attacking out of turn. Or, non-Empire. Yeah. But so far, Piet, Vader, the other good Imp Trooper, the one that goes first. What's his name?
The trooper that goes first?
Yeah, the one that gives crit damage up and...
Oh, Stark?
Yes, Stark. Yes. So, Stark and probably Shore. Characters that don't have to attack, that have non-attacking moves.
Right, okay, yeah.
Plus, Stark can reduce turn meter of enemies just by taking his turn. Like when you got the Zeta, he'll reduce enemies' turn meter by 10% or something like that. So I think it's possible to have a good Vader team. It won't be soloable stuff probably, but
you could probably get a good chunk of a phase done. Yeah. That's cool.
I look forward to experimenting.
I I'm still pretty excited about this.
Yeah, it's cool.
Hmm. Hmm.
And then whatever Empire Galactic Challenge we had,
Yeah.
he would have done really well if he would have been 7-star and
Able to participate.
yeah, he would have done really well. Oh, that's what it was. The modifier it had for your ally team was that whenever the leader takes a turn, all allies or all imp troopers will assist.
Yes, that's right. That's right. So he's going to be good if
Right.
that modifier comes back.
Right, for that exact event where
Yeah.
you get all these Emperor's Trap stacks.
Oh man.
So yeah, good overall impression of him, Sarah.
I can't believe I'm actually this excited about a dark side character. This is mind blowing.
And just a grunt, just a admiral that you probably never paid attention to before.
No.
This.
Yep. That is, man, that's so cool. I really like his kit. It is, we were talking before, and it is simple, but it's also like unique in a way that makes it a bit more complex without being super complicated.
Yes.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah, I agree.
Good impression.
I'm stoked. So that was Admiral Piet.
That was not the main headline.
Right. The main headline are that 2 new Galactic Legends are coming. And on an accelerated schedule. So these aren't ones that they're announcing and we have to wait 6 months.
Correct.
Like last time. These are ones that probably will be a month and a half.
Yeah.
2 months.
I'm thinking we are going to have them. If they do like 4 batches of requirements again, I think we will have them like middle of October to end of October, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
In game, I mean.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm thinking early to mid-October.
Yeah.
And I'll explain why after we read the little info we have for them.
Yeah. I did the math wrong because they already gave us the first set. So there's only theoretically 3 more to come.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I think just 2. So
you think 2?
I'm not sure. They posted it somewhere else. It's not in this first announcement.
Mm-hmm.
So there's going to be 15 characters needed for each.
Yeah. They gave us the first 5.
Yeah. So 2 more batches of that 5 characters will be announced.
Oh.
And they said that it won't require previous Galactic Legends.
Mm-hmm.
Because for some reason people were worried about that. Wouldn't make any sense. I mean, I get how
it wouldn't.
They're all from the same movies, so I get that that could make sense. But you would not make 1 Galactic Legend needed for
No, it wouldn't make sense because then it's not a Galactic Legend.
Right.
Yeah.
Then it's something above Galactic Legend.
Yeah, exactly.
So they said that they won't be doing that. And then at the end of this post, I'll just jump ahead. They said, note, Admiral Piet will be released on an abbreviated schedule in order to be farmable for the release of Galactic Legend Emperor. So he'll be moved to shipments 3 weeks after release. And he was released the moment these were announced.
Yeah.
And then moved to a farmable node 3 weeks after appearing in shipment. So that means he's going to become farmable 6 weeks after this announcement.
Right.
Last Galactic Legend release, they made Kylo's characters farmable right when, like, on a node.
Yeah.
The same day they released the Galactic Legend.
Yeah. And they also said in this release that every 2 weeks they will be announcing requirements. So basically they told you if you're basing it off of that, they pretty much told you that he's coming in 6 weeks. That these are coming
Right,
in 6
exactly.
weeks. Which this was posted August 25th.
Yep.
So let me pull up my
calendar.
Let me get the timing right here. So the first one yesterday would have been 1 week, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 6 weeks would be October 6th. If you're going 6 weeks to the day from the announcement.
October 6th.
Which is a Tuesday.
So that means we got our first 5 announced on
August 25th.
August 25th. The second 5 will probably be on September 8th.
Yeah.
The last 5, September 22nd. And then you'll have 2 weeks knowing who they all are.
To prep
for October 6th.
For when the last one becomes farmable, basically. Whew.
So, Sith Eternal Emperor and Jedi Master Luke Skywalker will soon be joining the Holotables. Which path will you choose to lead your squad to victory? Both new units can right now be viewed in the journey guide with a cool picture, not actual in-game models or whatnot, but a cool picture they made. And will feature a similar power level as Galactic Legends Rey and Kylo. So should not be much of a power creep, according to them.
Right. I am curious if this will, I'm sure it will, create more of a rock, paper, scissors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would hope so.
Right? Because now you'll have Rey, Kylo, Luke, and Palpatine, theoretically.
Right. And, Rey can beat Kylo. Kylo can beat Rey. Win on offense. If these two, all 4 can equally beat each other, or maybe the new ones have an edge on defense, but can still be beaten by the old ones, that'll be good too. Because then if whichever one you have already been putting a lot of hard work into, that won't be an obsolete investment just because 2 new Galactic Legends.
Yeah, exactly.
I hope that's the way it'll work. I hope there won't be a big power creep.
That makes me feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
If that's the case.
It should just be more fun characters.
Yeah.
And they wisely, when they made the first Galactic Legends, said you can't have 2 on 1 team. So unlike past metas where you have to worry about, now we've got Jedi Knight Revan with General Skywalker, with Malik, and it just stacks up to where just the last 2 or 3 metas combined create amazing team.
Yeah. You have like a Titan.
Yeah. Now you can't just add Rey and Kylo on the same to take down new ones. You can't mix these with Rey and Kylo. So it'll make Grand Arena harder, but it shouldn't make Arena with crystals.
Correct. I like it.
Yeah, me too. So we have already said everything else. Got a really cool pictures for each of them.
Yeah.
Then the 5 needed for Luke Skywalker. Will you be going for Luke Skywalker, Sarah?
I pretty much have 2 of the requirements done already because I have Jedi Training Rey.
Right.
And I have C-3PO at Relic 3. So realistically, he's basically done.
Gotcha.
But I kind of really want Admiral. So now I don't know what I want to do with my life. Okay, so this is also where I'm torn. I also like the idea of getting Luke because I want more light side to help with light side territory battles.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. Another Jedi.
Because another Jedi, so that would be massive. But I did get a light side galactic legend last time, so should I get a dark side galactic legend this time?
A good question.
Yeah, see, I can argue it both ways.
These are good questions.
I don't know what I will say. So when we look at the requirements for Sith Eternal Emperor, I don't even have one ready. The closest one I would have would be Vader because he's Relic 6. So
Yeah.
I could probably I don't know. Oh man.
So
And
are
this
you gonna
also
wait? Are you just gonna wait and see for now?
feel like but it's also like it also depends like are they gonna put Admiral Piet, whatever. Are they gonna put him in Cantina or are they gonna put him on a ship node? Are they gonna put him on a regular node? Like
That's
where
a
is he
good
gonna
question.
end up? Because if he's in Cantina, then it's obviously way more enticing to go for him.
True. I'm 90% sure he'll be on a hard node
Yeah, me
just to make
too.
it hard.
I don't know what I want to do.
Well, for those interested in Jedi Master Luke Skywalker, not to be
Mm-hmm.
confused with the recently released Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker.
No, this is
They pulled a fast one on us,
they did.
making us think, "Oh, Luke has finally entered the game. This is the Jedi Luke." But it's not even.
It's not.
The and he wasn't a galactic legend, so it's like, okay, guess they didn't feel like Luke needed to be a galactic legend. No, they were just
Oh man.
teasing for
For this.
real Jedi Luke.
I would also assume because they haven't announced this yet in the requirements, but I would assume that you're going to need Jedi Knight Luke for this.
That'd be even worse. To require a recent legendary.
The only reason why I'm assuming is because for Rey and for Kylo, you needed all of the iterations of their own character. You needed Stick Rey and you needed Jedi Training Rey. You needed Crew and you needed Matt. So like I could see it.
Good point. That's a good point. That means my Darth Sidious needs to.
I was going to say that means
love.
Darth Sidious is also going to have to be thrown in there and Farm Boy Luke. Theoretically, if I'm right.
So the ones we know so far, though.
Yes, sorry.
Jedi Master Luke Skywalker. First group of requirements is Mon Mothma, recent release, Relic 5. 3PO and Chewie, Relic 5.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 recent marquees need to be 7-star Relic 5. That one is already kind of hard.
Yep.
Then we've got Old Ben at Relic 5. Rey Jedi Training Relic 7.
Mm-hmm.
And C-3PO Relic 5. So that's the head start that you were mentioning, Sarah. For those that already have worked towards Galactic Legend Rey, you already have a Jedi Training Rey at Relic 7.
Yeah. And then C-3PO for Jedi Knight Luke.
Yeah. I was wondering why mine was built up.
But you only need him Relic 3 for Jedi Knight Luke.
Right.
But anyway, moving along.
Then Sith Eternal Emperor, who has a great zombie pimp looking photo.
He does look.
I like the red robe underneath.
Yeah,
It makes him look so much more like an emperor.
Super zombie-ish.
Yeah. And then I didn't know he had on his belt like Vader's little chest piece. He's got some electronic.
Oh, I didn't see that. Was that in the movie?
Must be. Just never look down.
You're gonna have to watch it again.
Yeah. So, surrounded by mystery, the dark side has its own share of powerful Force users capable of. Sith Eternal Emperor, whose mastery of the Force gave him access to abilities some consider to be unnatural. His first group of requirements are Admiral Piet. So, announced the same day,
Mm-hmm.
Marquee the same day, and you're going to
Mm-hmm.
need them in 6 weeks at Relic 5. Then we've got Royal Guard at Relic 3, another hard one to build up for most people's roster. Darth Vader, Relic 7.
Yeah.
Emperor Palpatine, Relic 7. And Director Krennic, Relic 4.
Mm-hmm.
So I think those that did Galactic Legend Kylo already have Palpatine Relic 7.
Right.
Invader Relic 5 or something. Maybe 3.
Something like that.
So they've got a head start as well. Towards the dark side.
Man. I assume you are going for Sith Eternal
I am.
Emperor. I would assume as much.
I like both a lot. But
Yeah.
just, especially with the photo they gave, to have the awesome version of the Emperor from the most recent movie,
Mm-hmm.
I gotta have that. Rather than the Mirage disappearing Luke from The Last Jedi, I'd rather have the really cool Sith Eternal.
The Mirage disappearing. That's fair. That's fair. I don't know who I want now. I'm so torn.
Now they need to give us kits too. Don't
I know they do.
don't make it a blind investment.
And I had checked, so I can't even. I remember checking this, and I should have wrote it down. I checked when we got the kits last time because we were talking about it in our guild server.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it was roughly 2 weeks before they were released. They gave us the kits. I think, if I'm remembering correctly.
Say that again.
I think it was roughly 2 weeks before. I'm searching real quick in our Discord server.
Oh, gotcha. Because I don't remember. I just know that you pretty much had to have picked which way you want to go by the time they were actually releasing the kits. It was really annoying.
I know it was Cotman 3 that asked me about it, and I remember answering him, and now it's gone. It's out of my brain. I don't remember. I can't find it.
Well,
hang on. I will know this real quick here.
Yeah, that's fine. You keep looking. We are now starting discussion on our That's No Moon, big topic of the show, and that is how we feel about the new Galactic Legend, whether it is good or bad. So I'm excited for them, mainly because of the two that they chose, with Sith Eternal Emperor, super cool, and Jedi Master Luke. I also was wondering how we'd ever get him into the game with the different Lukes.
Yeah.
So making those the new Galactic Legends, even though it doesn't seem like we've had a lot of time, and that they've also announced it's going to be accelerated, so it's going to be even harder to get these before Wales, like trying to prepare ahead of time. I'm going to be okay with all of that just because I'm stoked about two people they've chosen.
I found it very interesting that they picked two new Galactic Legends from the same trilogy era.
Right. I was surprised by that as well.
Yeah, instead of going somewhere else. But then I was also thinking about it, and I was like, when I think of Star Wars, I immediately think of Darth Vader. Like, that's just kind of how my brain has always worked.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm doing two things at once. So I was thinking about this, and I was like, I kind of was hoping that it would be Vader somehow, but then I was like, I don't know how you would make a Galactic Legend Vader.
And they've recently reworked him. So
Yeah, exactly. Because like, how do you make him even better
right.
than that rework? Was
Well,
kind of how my brain was working.
while being a different version than the iconic Vader we've already got in game.
Mm-hmm.
Because it has to be a different version.
Yes, exactly. So what I just wasn't sure how they would do that. So I am intrigued that they picked from the same era, but I'm also kind of like, who would you have picked though, other than them? So
right.
I guess it kind of makes sense. Side note, I did find it. So Cotman 3 put his Zetas on Rey on March 28th, which means that Rey and Kylo were in game shortly before March 28th, because he would have had to farm the tickets to get Zetas on her.
Yeah.
And we read the kits on March 19th on our podcast. So they basically gave us about a week's notice, I'm going to say, for the kits.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
So I'm expecting the same thing for this.
Yep. So this time I'm gonna try to hoard and be ready without actually investing, because I think last time I invested really hard into the characters I could get up immediately, but then still had to take a long time for Sith Trooper, whoever the newer ones were. Yeah, I could have paced myself better, since those new ones I wasn't going to be able to get ready for another month or two.
Right, and you could have just hoarded everything.
Right, and saved some more crystals in the end.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try not to get impulsive and invest in Krennic right away, but we'll see how it goes.
This would be, I mean, you need Krennic. Didn't Faye Relic 7 him before he quit?
He did. Hey, this is your time.
This is Faye's time to pick the game back up. Oh man.
This is the time, Faye. You were ahead of your time.
He was ahead of
all
his
of
time.
Your investments are now going to be made worthwhile.
I think I also am going to hoard. So I am super close to being done the requirements for Jedi Knight Luke. I only have 3 characters left.
Yeah.
And once I'm done them, I'm going to just hoard everything. Until I see, I think what will end up steering me in my decision is what the next set of requirements are going to be.
Right.
And that will probably make the decision for me of which one can I get faster.
Yeah.
I think either way, like they're both going to be a help for me to have. So it's not going to be a detriment to me if I go for Luke or Sith Emperor Eternal. It's just a matter of who I can get first, I think.
Yeah. Or do people need to ignore these new ones and just get the second get the second of the old ones that we still haven't finished building up? Yeah.
But see, I'm so far behind. Like I'm already way closer on these than I am on Kylo.
No.
Yeah, you don't.
No.
Let me. Okay, hang on.
I am going to be sure that your Mon Mothma and 3PO and Chewie will not be ready before you're ready to get Kylo.
I mean in terms of gear.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Did you need first order TIE pilot for Kylo?
Yes.
The regular one? You did?
Yes.
Okay, so
you needed every single
first order. Okay. So every single first order. My highest gear is first order TIE pilot, and he is gear 10.
Yeah.
It is not happening for me.
But do you have a lot of gear saved up?
I mean, like, they have a lot of green pluses, but I'm not really giving them any of it.
Okay.
Like, my Sith Trooper is still gear 1.
Yeah. You might be a special case. You might be a special case.
Not eat the paste special. But, like, you know, I've just ignored them for so long. It's one of those things where it's like, is it good to, like, should I fix the problem, or should I just, you know, hide it in the corner and continue ignoring it?
Yeah. You might be ready to go on to a new one and leave the old ones behind.
But my Palpatine's is gear 12. He's like one piece away from gear 13. My Vader is R6. Like, I already have more dark side towards, if I was going to pick a dark side one out of the two.
Yeah.
I already have more towards there. And then if I was to go for Luke, I already have basically 2 of them done. So the Chupio and Mon Mothma will be an issue for me.
Yes. As it will be for many players.
So
yeah,
there is that.
Are you excited at these 2 new Galactic Legends now?
I am.
Is it too early?
I'm not.
Too late?
I don't think it's too early, because realistically, if they come in, if we're right and it's October 6th, let's say 6th-ish.
Yeah.
Let's say that week. If we're right and it's that week, then that would have been more than 6 months since the last ones to come into the game. Just over 6 months. My only hesitation with it coming already is that I feel like I have not had time to actually work on things that are required elsewhere in the game, like my clones for territory battle and these other, like, things that are pulling at me, and I feel like I can't focus on those because I have to focus on this.
Right. Which I'm okay with. I think it's a perfect time too, because I, as a in-game free-to-play, but able to save up and try and plan ahead for the next stuff, I have, like, had my Supreme Leader Kylo for a few months now. I'm at the point where I could shift to Galactic Legend Rey, but don't want to. So I'm glad that they're giving me something else of the same difficulty that I can work towards that isn't Galactic Rey.
Right.
So
I can understand that.
Yeah.
I just feel bad that I can't focus all my energy elsewhere.
Right.
It's also making me realize that I need to participate in raids.
Yes. For that gear 12, that sweet
I feel
gold.
I feel like I would be solving a lot of my own issues.
On to the Bantha and the Room.
Yes.
We talk about what we have disliked lately.
Yes.
Personally, my surprise Bantha is that I dislike the Galactic Challenges.
I saw that you had put that there today, and I was like, I agree with you. I don't know if we agree for the same reason, but I'm curious what your dislike is here.
So I am very annoyed by Galactic Challenges. The new car smell has worn off. So that with these Galactic Challenges...
Does it smell like you hit a skunk?
Yes. Yes. So with these Galactic Challenges, It got much worse after the very first one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why even try if I cannot complete the battle with 5 blah 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 characters at Relic 5?
Yeah.
If I don't have them at Relic 5, and now that we have these new Galactic Legend targets, I'm
Yeah.
not going to waste the gear getting this random faction up to
No.
Relic 5.
And then especially when the rewards are not worth it.
Right. The entire event is pointless.
Mm-hmm.
Because just completing it gives you squat.
Yeah.
The only reason to complete it is with the specific 5 of the faction they're asking for, and they have to be Relic 3 and Relic 5 to get anything worthwhile.
Right, because those are the tiers that...
Right. Tier 6 and 7.
Yeah.
And there's no point to even attempt the other feats. Complete battle without losing a unit, complete with an undersized squad. Because it's garbage. Garbage. Rewards.
No.
There is no incentive to do these things at all.
For me, it's a mix. There's no incentive to do them. I totally agree with everything that you just said.
Okay.
For me, it's the fact that they are back to back is actually driving me mental, because I will do one and I do everything that I can do in it so say it was the bounty hunter one. I'm like, all right, cool. And I will do all 7 tiers as a completion, and I'll just like take my Ray team in and auto it and whatever.
Yeah.
But I will do all of the feats in the lower ones just for the sake of doing it.
Yeah.
But even then, that only takes me like maybe 10 minutes tops, and then it's going on for however many days. Yeah.
Auto. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So
not fun. Not something you're working. Yeah.
But so then I forget about it and I do all of the other events. And then I will go back in to the events one day. And I will see that the timer will have changed and not even realize I've missed like the first day of the new Galactic Challenge event.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, there's a new one. And all of them kind of look the same for like the icon. So I'm like, I'm not even really, I think because they happen so quickly, honestly, I don't think they need to be more than a day.
What?
I really don't think they need to be more than a day long.
But you're saying that they happen too quickly.
Yeah, but because they're like one day and then they last for like 6 days, and then the 7th day you have a new one and it lasts for 6 days, and then right after that you have one that lasts for 2 days, and then you have another one if it was just one day, I would know to go into it every single day.
Gotcha.
And do it the same way with any event. Like I click the event in game. I always click the events tab just in case there's something that's hidden there that you never know. Because I've been burned before. So I always click every single day to see what's new. And my eyes have already started skimming over Galactic Challenges. And it's a new event style, and my eyes already just go right past it to what's beside it.
Right.
And I think that is a sign that it's not an engaging enough new content mode thing.
Right. Yeah, I agree. They need to make the rewards worthwhile, make the feats where you actually care to do all 3 feats.
Yeah.
And I don't know, put more variation too, because having it the same battle for all 7 tiers, like if you can beat the final one, or however high you can beat, all the ones that are underneath, you don't even care about. Like you go back and you just try to auto.
Yeah, because it's just going to be an easier version.
Right, exactly.
Which is kind of similar to how they did Galactic Legends, where the last few tiers were literally the same battle over and over again.
Yeah.
Just tweaked tuning in terms of difficulty.
Yeah. And then going off of what you said about the timeline of this, when it first came out, I thought, a week is way too long. These things need to speed up.
Yeah.
But now The 2-day ones are way too short.
You think they're too short?
I think it's too short. Because, I mean, sure, it doesn't take 2 days to do it, but that's only 2 days to recognize, one, that it's different from the one that was there yesterday.
Right.
And, you know, if you are trying to work hard on the 7th tier and get all 3 feats, that can take some time in addition to your territory battles and territory war. I think it would probably take like an hour if you were really working to get everything from all of these things. A new event, at least. And you might not have that time on hand for 2 days. I'd say 4. That's what I'm going to recommend. Maybe my impression will change. I think 4 days, and then you can have them overlap for a day, so that, you know, twice a week or 2 galactic challenges a week. I think that's a good timeline.
Yeah, I would make them, if you're going to do them back to back, I would make them 1 day, because then you know that every day it's a new one. So you go in and you auto it, 10 minutes later you're done. Or if you're going to space it out, I would just put a break in of a day, just so that the icon goes away and we know that it's come back and it's a new one. Like, I don't know.
I think that's too much, though. That's my own personal opinion.
I don't know. Either way, they have, I mean, we do know that this is like an exhibition or whatever you want to call it. So they're going to tweak it, but they definitely, I think they have more tweaking to do than they realized. Yeah. Or than they anticipated having to do.
Yeah. So. Now the gameplay, I'm okay with. The modifiers are fun. You know, some of them are just ridiculously hard. And it's kind of dumb that you have to use a specific faction and can't do any kind of mix and matching. So I kind of wish they had, you know, win with 3 characters of a faction.
Yeah.
Kind of like the feats of Grand Arena. You know, they'll say, like, use these 2 characters or win a battle with these 2 characters. But that doesn't mean all 5 of your characters have to be a specific 5.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's things they can do to make it better. Because right now it's kind of boring.
It is very boring, especially when this is what, a week and a half, 2 weeks old? Maybe a little bit longer than that.
Yeah.
And we're already autoing it.
Yeah. Yep. So they got to do something.
Yeah. Agreed.
Switching gears.
Yeah.
From the negative to the positive.
Yeah.
We are going to go into our I Love You, I Know segment. We know it's easy to get jaded by this game, but there has to be a reason why we're still playing this after many years and 2 Galactic Legends. So each show we talk about things that we enjoyed over the past week or 2 of Galaxy of Heroes. Let's start with you, Sarah. What have you enjoyed?
Ooh. So first I'll tell you what I did not enjoy, because it's humorous.
Okay.
So I have to share it.
Yeah.
I did this today. And I was super proud of myself because not super proud, but whatever. I slightly tweaked my Grand Arena defenses for this round. And I was like, yep, I joined it and I was pumped and I tweaked my defenses. And then I got in there and I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure this guy can't beat my Ray because he runs Darth Revan in Arena and he sits near the 50s and everything was all perfect. And then it's been almost 6 hours now since the attack phase started of this round. And I realized about 10 minutes after the attack phase started that I forgot to set 2 teams.
Ooh.
And I'm still kicking myself about it. I'm like, I can't believe I did this. I forgot this. I don't even know what I was thinking. I was like, I was totally setting my defense and I was like, I am such a genius.
I've got so much left for offense while still doing a great defense.
Yeah. I'm was like, wow, I did such a good job. Yeah. So that's not what I'm enjoying. Now I'm kind of like, do I go for the Bronzium title?
Again.
Oh man. Yeah, so at least I can laugh about it. So that's not really what I'm enjoying. I am very happy with my farm for Jedi Knight Luke, which I had mentioned earlier. That's kind of what I'm enjoying because I was super panicked last week that he was going to come back.
Right.
Um,
Are you even worried
and
about that at all now?
I'm not even worried about it at all now. Like now, and I'm at the point now where I'm like, okay, I don't need to worry about it too much. Like
He doesn't really help, not on the level these new ones are going to.
I just want him in case I decide to go for Jedi Master Luke and I need him. And also, like, it's gonna be the second time he comes back, or the second time he's in game. So if I don't get him the first time, I want to get him the second time. But I'm super close. I only need 4 gear pieces total across 3 characters, and then that's it.
Very nice. Very nice.
Granted, 3 of those pieces are all the exact same gear 12 finisher piece, but it's still making me happy.
You got to get in on those Sith raids.
Yeah. Yeah, I should try. Do we even have one launched right now? I don't think we do. Okay. Maybe next one I will hit it.
Do you even join them?
I do join them.
Okay.
I do join them. So like I am getting rewards. I
get 40th place. 45th
yeah,
place.
I just tag my 0 and I call it a day. But actually I did have Vox and King DM me about this too. He's on my case about not hitting the raid either. And he said, he's like, you need to hit them because literally like 10 people in the guild go out for mercs. So you can easily get into the top 10 now.
I don't even do our home raids anymore. I've got a merc guild I'm helping.
Yeah, see, so like I should just try. Granted, the day that I try is going to be the day that everyone with Kylo.
Yeah, just let me know when you're trying, and
so that you can hit it.
I'll just be there to watch. I'll just see
so
how far you drop in the leaderboard.
Yeah, I don't get it, Sarah. I'm in the raid watching, but I don't see you.
Maybe you're in phase 4. I guess I'll just go until phase 4 and then see if you're over there.
Okay. I will hit the raid. I will hit it, and then we'll see what happens.
What I enjoyed was Grand Arena.
Yeah.
I haven't been too invested in the mode lately. I almost forgot a couple times like you. But so this one, I haven't been checking on my opponents. Apparently he had both Galactic Legends.
Oh.
And I did not know this until both of his front zones had each of the Galactic Legends.
Oh no.
And I was like, oh man.
Oh, that is a rude mood, dude. Rude.
So I have not tried to come up with counters or even research counters to them that don't use my own Galactic Legend Kylo. But at this point, I had to, because he got stuck on one of my back zones. So I had a shot if I could just get through his Galactic Legends.
Right.
I ended up beating both Galactic Legends and then running out of time / running out of teams to get rid of his other more junky squads. But I felt good that I was able to take down both of his Galactic Legends using my Kylo on his Rey, and then a Padme with a follow-up of Rebel CLS team to take down Kylo. I was happy about that.
I like it.
And then I also fought another person that had both Galactic Legends. They saved both of them for offense. And I just barely lost to them on efficiency.
Oh.
Even though they had both Galactic Legends. on offense. So I felt good about that.
That is good because you're not like there trying to like slough your way through them on defense.
Right. And I lost both times, but both times I had victories in individual battles all in the war. I enjoyed that. On to the Discord corner.
Yeah.
Where we answer your question. We've got a few from Discord that we've taken note of, and depending on the time, we will look at some more and definitely look at the comments on. So, first question from Cotman3. If you double Zeta a character, are you obligated to take them to Relic 7? And then Darth JJ had a similar one that built off that with what is the most worthless Zeta on any of your Relic characters? And do you wish you could take it back?
For Cotman, I'm going to say no.
Hard no.
Hard no. Because I have done several Zetas that I probably should not have done. I'm looking at you, Zaris. I'm pretty sure you encouraged me to do that one.
I did. It'll pay off one of these days.
One of these days it will be worthwhile. It's just not worthwhile right now.
Jedi Master Luke. That's where it's gonna be.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think you're obligated at all to.
Hard no.
Yeah, right?
Otherwise, my double Zeta Aura Sing would need to be Relic 7. Relic 7 is too precious of materials.
It is, and it's no. I don't. Yeah, that's it. That in and of itself is the answer right there.
Yeah.
Because it's just too much of a grind to get to Relic 7 if that's the case.
For sure. Now, Darth JJ's question, worthless Zeta on any of your Relic. So since you don't have to put Zetas, or you don't have to Relic characters that you put Zetas onto, then you might have Relic characters have worthless Zetas.
Okay.
If we were following Cotman's logic, we'd have tons of Relic characters with worthless Zetas.
It's true. I'm looking at my Relic characters right now, and I do not believe I have worthless Zetas.
Grandmaster Yoda's lead is worthless.
I don't have him relicked.
You don't have him relicked?
No. I do not. Man, there's too many squirrels in this game to chase. I can't relic everybody.
I know. And I think that Hermit Yoda, he had one or two Zetas that weren't really useful. Like the Master's Training cooldown reset whenever an ally with Master Training is defeated. That might have been good at 1 or 2 points in time because of raids. But if you lose a character, it's not important for you to get another Master's Training.
I don't have that one on him. I only have his In Exile one, the one that gives him 100% stealth. Which I don't know if I would qualify that as, or not 100% stealth, 100% evasion while he's stealthed.
Oh, I like that one.
I don't believe that's a worthless one.
Yeah.
Who else? We know this already. I do have OG Finn relic, and I did give him his Zeta back.
That is the team I got stuck on. One of these ones that I could have won. It was fighting an OG Finn lead. No idea how they were going so much and so fast, but They wiped me out, and then once they were preloaded, I couldn't do anything.
You preloaded
I preloaded.
Come
I
on.
preload, and I'm happy about it. Saves me so much time going into airplane mode. It's Grand Arena. I don't have to explain myself to anybody.
This is true. I preload in Grand Arena if I know that I can't clear the last team. I just like leave it as a little. It's my gift to my opponent is a preloaded team.
I do try to beat them as quickly as I can so that my opponent doesn't see that I preloaded, but does not always work.
Yeah.
San Holo asked,
Mm-hmm.
I guess the obvious Discord question is, are we getting Chancellor Sheev for Galactic Legend Palpatine? So this will be the reveal to the world that I'm the evil Dark Lord Palpatine. The one pretending to be a nice guy who people threw this power and responsibility onto him.
Actually, I was thinking about this, not this specific question, but in general, and that Jedi Master Luke requires 2 new marquee characters.
Yes.
And Palpatine's only going to require 1 as of right now, which kind of makes me wonder if they're going to drop another one on us.
I'm worried about that.
Which, if they are, it would make sense if they do Chancellor Sheev. But then you would theoretically need Chancellor Sheev, Sidious, and Palpatine. That's 3 iterations of the same dude.
Yes.
To get a 4th iteration of them. Although I guess for Luke, you would need Farm Boy, CLS, and probably Jedi Knight Luke.
That's possible.
That's also 3.
I'm hoping they don't make Jedi Luke needed, and they don't make a new marquee Chancellor Sheev needed. I mean, putting 1 accelerated yet where you can't farm him until the day that the Eternal Emperor comes out is hard enough. Lightside already has a head start with Mon Mothma and 3PO
being shipments.
Yeah. So I hope they don't screw us on the dark side with that. But if they did, Chancellor Sheev would be cool. And they should make him a light side with Galactic Republic tags.
Which I'm assuming you're gonna need if you're following like the same kind of idea that they did for Rey and Kylo, 1 character from the opposite.
Yes.
That goes with their storyline.
Yes.
Ooh.
Maybe Jedi Knight Anakin would be.
That's what I was thinking.
A light
because
side.
he would be the pre-Vader kind of thing.
That'd be cool. That makes sense too.
I'm trying to think of who it would be for Luke.
And all of his apprentices.
Could be so many.
Well, now we're kind of getting into Corbs's question of predictions on the rest of the characters required. I think now that we're talking about it, it'd be cool if all of Palpatine's former apprentices would be needed. So Darth Maul, episode 1. Count Dooku, episode 2. Jedi Knight Anakin for episode 3. Vader that we've already had announced. Yeah, all the Sith apprentices need to be in it.
That would be cool. I'm just so curious as to what they are going to make us need.
Yeah.
But I do think that we are going to need 1 from the opposite.
Yeah, for sure. 1 or 2. And curveballs that make sense after the fact, but you would never have guessed that be part of it. Like the Chewie and the veterans being needed for Rey and Kylo were surprising. But makes sense.
Totally makes sense.
Okay, let's see if there are. Let's go and take a look at the YouTube comments.
Oh, they're chatty tonight.
Yeah, I like it.
Um.
Go ahead and read off anything you see funny.
Okay. That's funny.
Funny or interesting. Doesn't have to be funny.
All right. All right. Let's see. Just everyone is just super chatty. Garmin
said Jedi Knight Luke was a distraction. Supposed to be Mace's kit, but wanted to take noise away from the outrage going on in the forum. They should release Evil Rey. I don't think that'll ever happen.
I don't think that'll ever happen either.
She was like 10 seconds of the movie, if that.
Yeah. The Prophet was asking if we think that Galactic Legend Palpatine will require Sith and Empire tunes.
Yes, for sure.
And then what about Jedi Knight Luke? I think that is definitely a thing.
Just like Luke would need Rebel and Jedi characters.
Yeah. I'm still trying to think of what the curveball would be for both of them. Because now I'm like, the other thing with them, so this is the other thing. So Rey and Kylo, they were introduced in episode 7.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like pretty much all the knowledge we have about them is in this trilogy. And the storyline and the characters are from this trilogy. With Palpatine and Luke now, you can literally go across
at least 6 or 7 movies for each.
Yeah, you could just go way back there and pull something and be like, yeah, we need him.
Yeah. Yeah. So these should be fun new 5 group of requirements they release. Although the first sets that they released seem pretty normal. Like Mon Mothma, Head of the Rebels, 3PO and Chewie, Old Ben, Rey and C-3PO. Those are part of the standard groups that would go in there, as well as a bunch of Empire characters for the Emperor. So maybe it won't be as out of the box characters as we might think.
This one is cool. Darman asked this in Discord. What do you think is the biggest money grab you have ever seen in the game and why?
I think Jedi Knight Revan was the biggest money grab. Because he is when they started breaking balance. From what I can remember, he's when they started breaking balance of the game, taking it to a new level of power creep, where even if you throw 10 teams at it, it's impossible to take down the one Jedi Knight Revan squad. And when they released him, it was 5 recent marquees that needed to be built up for him. So if you were whaling, you could get him. Unlike some of the other characters that you needed months of Sith raid winning or months of territory battle winning to get these new good characters. With Jedi Knight Revan, it was straight up, if you want to spend the money to get him right away, you can do it. And he will dominate all game modes and all previous characters in the game.
I wailed on him.
I remember that. Yeah. It's like $300 or something.
Yeah, it was pricey.
and they intentionally made him more powerful after some terrible beta testers ruined the future of the game by saying he wasn't powerful enough. And so then they delayed his release a week or something.
And tweaked
beefed him up. Yeah. And it's thanks to them that we started getting higher exponential power creep swing in this.
Yeah. That's I would say my original answer was going to be when they release the Sith raid, because people will whale for a raid.
Right.
But then that will eventually, there's only so much whaling you can do, and eventually it's done.
Yeah.
I don't think you can whale in the same. I don't think there was the option to whale in the same regard for the Sith raid that there was for Jedi Knight Revan or
right
after Jedi Knight Revan.
Or the new.
I would say
the new Galactic Legends are a good second.
Yeah, I was gonna say
if
you weren't picking Jedi Knight Revan, I would pick the Galactic Legends, because that's where they're gonna make their money, and it's just so blatantly obvious, especially especially once you factor in a ticket system.
Yes.
Like now you have people burning through crystals just so
to
they
get
can
tickets.
Do battles to get tickets.
Because
you
thought you were ready. You thought you were at the end.
Yeah.
Ready to finally unlock them. And then you've got 2 or 3 weeks of ticket farming.
And that is the way to get people to burn through their crystals without actually attaining anything that would get them ahead in the game. Unless they're being strategic and farming. Like when I was burning my crystals, I was at least
just putting them in the middle of the room and lighting them on fire.
Yeah, like there was a whole ceremony. No, but I was at least doing it on nodes that I was like, okay, I need this node because I need the gear so that I can gear array. But if you have already hoarded everything and you're just like, whatever, I'm just gonna burn and do this 6 energy node over and over and over again, then yeah. That is definitely, I think, probably the second one. But I agree, Jedi Knight Revan started everything.
Yeah.
It's all his fault.
And last but not least, let's head to Uncle Owen's Moisture Farm. Talk about who and what we are currently farming in-game. Because everyone knows work comes before going to Tashi Station power converters. So currently, I have now stopped relicking bounty hunters and miscellaneous characters for these dumb galactic challenges.
For these stupid challenges.
I spent like 10,000 crystals to get Piet up to gear 11.
Really?
Really. I don't even know why. Like, I saw he was needed, and I was like, I got to do it sooner or later. Let's do it. It was mostly Chirotech and stun guns.
Oh, man, that hurts.
It does. At the end of the day, I was like, wow, that took a lot of crystals.
That is a lot of crystals, dude.
It took a lot of... I don't think I'll be ready in time. Whereas I thought my 30k crystal stash was going to be enough to be ready for Eternal Emperor. I don't think so anymore.
You're going to need them to buy
his
shipments.
shards, yeah.
Yeah.
Which I just spent a bunch on gear. Yeah, I'm worried now.
Hoard your freaking crystals. Come on.
Well, I have to get them geared too. All the Chirotech.
This is the way I am seeing it.
Okay.
He's not in shipments yet, so you can hoard your crystals and hoard your Chirotech, because you're going to get Chirotech every day, the whole 3 pieces, whatever. But you can buy the Chirotech with other currency. You can get the Chirotech, farm Chirotech.
Yeah.
And then once he's in the store, you can use those crystals to get a leg up on his shards. I can tell you don't agree.
I don't agree. Sooner or later, I was going to have to spend the crystals on this gear anyways. Whereas I'd rather be walled off by gear and then slowly farming his shards while I'm still farming gear, the last few pieces. but we'll see. Because, I don't even have the gear to get Krennic, Royal Guard, up to Relic, whatever, to finish out their 12. So I still won't even be ready. Even if I had spent all my crystals on Piet shards, I'd still need a bunch of crystals for the rest of the.
All right.
I'm not sure it even matters. But yes, that is where I spent a lot of mine recently.
Hoard your crystals and then do the math. How many?
I have never gotten a character through shipments. I've never gotten their shards from that.
How many crystals does it take to do that from Marquee?
I have no idea. I think
probably
it's
way too many.
80 crystals per shard.
Per shard. That sounds right.
Which you need at least like 200 for a new Marquee.
Yes. What? How many?
No, more than that. So mine's at 3-star. So we need 30 plus 65.
So 95 plus 185.
Yeah. That would be.
So he needs 280 shards.
280 shards.
Man, look at my math.
Good job.
Very good. So 280 times 80.
Yeah.
I can't help you there.
280 times 80 is 22,400 crystals.
That hurts my soul.
22,400.
Multiply that by 2 if you're going after
a second. Right.
Or a second, just in general, if they do release a second.
A second would be 45,000 crystals to fully farm 2 marquees from shipment.
Yeah, I have 12.
Yeah.
12,000, not 12.
Right. Yeah.
12,000.
Yeah, I'm not sure about this timeline.
Oh my lord.
Yeah. But so I built him up. I got Royal Guard to gear 12. And I'm doing the shards still for the Mando characters and the Hero Bros, who are both at 6-star now. Getting their way there. And that's it. As well as the gear. So I'm now in full Sith Eternal Emperor mode. What are you working on, Sarah?
My math skills. Who am I working on? I am working on, so I'm still farming Hux and Sith Trooper. They both need about 60 shards and they'll be 7-star. And I am working on the Mandalorian characters just because why not? Yeah. And other than that, like I'm basically farming gear for the Jedi Knight Luke characters so that I will have him. I will not have any excess gear to give him when I get him, but he'll be done. And now that we've done this math on crystals, I'm trying to decide if we only need the one marquee character for Sith Eternal Emperor, I might go for him.
Right.
Because it will
22K
be cheaper.
Crystals can go towards so much gear.
Exactly. It will be way cheaper to go for one marquee character from shipments. Even if I don't have 22,000 crystals, but I can still get his shards occasionally from shipments.
Right.
Oh man.
Brutal.
This podcast is just full of surprises today.
And on that note, that's the end of the show.
That's all the surprises.
Thank you for joining us this week, everyone. Pleasure talking with you, Sarah.
You too. That was good.
That ought to do it. And until next time, Chewie, we're home.